Greetings, friends. So, today's discussion is about perception, more about perception. I got more examples. So, you know how they say that a gun is not dangerous unless someone shoots it, right? That's the first level of it. The second is, what are you doing with the gun? Are you protecting your family from a home invasion, or are you going on a killing spree for fun, right? So with the perception, it means that it's not necessarily the gun, it's the spirit that's using it, right? So I want to talk about comparison. Oftentimes, you hear people say comparison is not a good thing. Well, it ain't always, it just depends on what you do with it. For example, you might be feeling unfortunate, right? So if you see someone that you believe is less fortunate than you in whatever way, maybe they have more domestic problems, maybe they have health problems, financial problems. Your perception, right? You go into whatever you think they're facing with your perception, and you say to yourself, I hate my situation, but at least it's not that. Okay? I don't want to discourage you from it, because it will take you up a frequency. It'll take you to a higher place of thinking. And then you need equilibrium with that. You can't go around comparing yourself to people who do better or worse than you as a common practice too often, because then you'll become either too arrogant and judgmental, or you'll become so feeble and weak and you'll have low self-esteem. You're going to end up on an end of a spectrum that you don't want to be on. So to sum up this message, you need equilibrium in everything you do, even something is comparison. Comparison itself is not bad. It's what you do with the comparison. Don't make a habit of comparing yourself to people. That's the one thing, because their life is yours, good or bad. You don't know what's going on. They might have it better than you can see, or worse. And it goes for the adverse. Don't compare yourself to them thinking, oh, I'm better than. But you can say to yourself, I'm thankful I don't have this problem, and leave it at that. That's okay. In my opinion, that's a healthy thing to do, because you're trying to find perspective in a place where you don't have enough of it. Okay? If you are dissatisfied with something in your life, whether it's how you feel, how much money you make, etc., or whatever, we always talk about, your perception of things. If you use an example of someone's life to kind of alter or tweak your perception a bit, that's okay, because you got to use something. But don't get on a high horse and don't get on a low one. Don't let anyone make you feel better than you, and don't make people feel like you're better than them. And that goes for everything. Your diet need equilibrium, your finances need it, your thought process, your parenting. It all come from the mind anyway. All those things I just named, I agree with a lot of the thought authors. Mental, the mind is everything. So with that being said, keep in mind how much of this or that you do, so you can stay in between the spectrum. You want equilibrium, balance, which means enough of this and enough of that. Even if you need more of something or less of something, it's still equal, okay? Keep yourself at a steady pace. Don't do too much of anything or not enough of something, and you should be okay. But the subject of comparison is what we were talking about, because a lot of times people tell you, no, don't do that. You'll make yourself feel bad. You can make yourself feel good with it. As long as you don't make yourself feel so good, you make somebody else feel bad. All right? See you next time.